When I decided to go to Japan to watch a World Cup Rugby game, everybody expected me to go to Tokyo. But having been there once before, I thought I was going to give Tokyo a miss and see some other parts of Japan I hadn't seen before. I was only going to be in Japan for 5 days, so it wasn't that much time. So I decided to start off by staying in Narita, where the airport is, and exploring around there. I needed to go camera shopping, seeing my other camera drown. So this is my room at the Nikko Narita Hotel. I suppose by Japanese standards, it's actually quite big. Nice view. This area is lots of forests right near the airport, and I see they got a pool, so I might go for a swim during my time here. And the bathroom, let's have a look. Right, got a bath with a little shower, toilet with all the controls. Yeah, you can have a little shower on your little personal parts. Oh, and I have to show you, it comes with a little sleeping. So the next morning after breakfast, I went on a tour that is organized by the Narita airport. It's a transit tour. So the first place we went to was Muta, and it's an old recreation of what life was like about 150 years ago. We had 2 guides, a big tour bus, and there were only 2 of us on the tour.
ほどでもないんですけど。はい、じゃあどうしましょうかね。お茶をここで立てますので、お茶ができる前にできればお菓子を召し上がっていただきたいんです。
Okay, now you know, and she's making the tea, but before drink Japanese tea, and Japanese tea is a little bit bitter. That's why I know it's better you eat sweet first before, and okay, like this. It's a special old style kettle, and they're making a hot tea here, and they take hot tea to the bowl. In the old time, you know, the people are afraid, you know, they put some poison in here. That's why I know make sure, and then there is no poison. That's why he is the front of the guest. She is the front of the guest, you know, to have this. Okay, now you know, she put the cup, the front is facing you. See? And this cup, you know, and there's the front and the back side.
Yeah.
Because there is a picture here.
Okay.
And she won't show the picture here.
Okay.
Okay, then you enjoy this picture, and you take this one, left hand side like this, and this cannot drink from here.
Okay.
And the next turn, and on the back side nothing here.
Okay.
And
So you drink
here.
from the back side.
Yeah, and the back, and you that original this one, and you eat here first.
Yeah.
Eat.
So I ate some.
Yeah, eat more.
Okay.
You can eat everything.
I must eat everything first.
本当は先に全部食べちゃうのがいいんですけど、今日は自由で、はい、楽しんでください。
もうやらしゃぶり。
はい。
It's enough? It's okay, okay. And then drink because you know your mouth is a little bit sweet. That's why this one little bitter. It's a good combination.
And now I'm going to turn it around.
You take a first.
First, now look at the picture.
It's cool, like this. Okay. See?
Yeah,
Okay.
I see the picture.
This one more more yes.
Backside more design.
Okay, now I'm going here.
And the light way, you know, holding it like this.
Like that?
Yeah. No, not like this. On the hand.
Like that?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is your wish?
Yeah.
Oh. So
Maybe, yeah.
So
That's a good question.
So I wish that the Springboks win the World Cup. So I should have a picture of the Springboks, my rugby team,
Yeah. But you know,
beating Japan in the final.
okay, don't worry, you do that in another shrine.
Oh, not this shrine.
This one is not real. This is not an actual real shrine.
Okay.
And also this one is only 1 day, you know, beginning of the year, and they hang on. Not every day. It's an interesting chair.
It's like a rice bucket, right?
Water bucket chair.
And usually using, miso. Sometimes miso
paste.
soy sauce, being available.
Why do you have?
Sweet is very nice. All houses first originally like this timber house. But this is big problem.
This was definitely a different side of Japan to what you're normally seeing in the hustle and bustle of Tokyo. So definitely worth it.
Okay, let's make miso bowl. The miso bowl is a fresh miso. We use fresh miso. This is fresh miso.
Okay.
Already some seaweed soup stock already in.
Okay.
Okay. Open this miso box. We're gonna make 3 miso bowls today. 3.
スプーンがあるんで、
Okay.
こちらを3等分にしていただきます。
So we're going to mix it
Uh,
around.
make 3.
Make it into 3. Okay.
Yes.
1.
Equal.
そうしたら、次にラップがあります。
That means wrap.
つい、ネクストです。
Gluten. Wheat gluten.
Wheat gluten.
Gluten.
Okay.
はい、次はこちらの味噌を1個ずつ。
So okay, each one on a.
Do we have to make a
はい、次にこちらの具材をこちらトングでこう1個ずつ。
So you put a little bit on each.
yes.
So just
That
like
one is seaweed
seaweed.
and gluten and tofu and fried tofu. The brown one is fried tofu.
Seaweed.
Can I put everything?
Sure.
Okay. And so this white one is tofu. Must it go on the top?
It doesn't matter.
It's gonna mix it.
It's going to mix. Okay. Tofu, and then is this the dried? Oops. Oh, I wanted to go there. And then this is a gluten ball.
Gluten bowl,
Look
yes.
like candy.
Yeah.
But no taste. No sweet. No sweet.
Not sweet. It just looks sweet.
Yeah, looks sweet, yes.
はい、次にこちらを4つ絞っていただいて、こんな風に
That is.
I'm going to So what does the gluten ball do?
Sorry?
What will the gluten ball do in this mixture?
Mixture. It looks like good
Mm?
for decoration.
Okay.
Decoration.
Yep.
次にこちらカップ、クリアカップの中にこちら入っているので、こち
So
ら
one of three you will have with your lunch,
Pick the
and other two balls are your souvenir.
Okay, so the
To
other
go.
two, okay.
And this one, open and put in the bowl.
Okay.
3 with a little bit soup, a little bit salty. Oh, okay. You have got this.
That's enough.
If you feel salty, I can put more hot water. Yes. Okay, there's rice bowl lunch for you.
Thank you.
And you stay off with your chopsticks. Yeah, using your chopsticks. So gluten bowl will be big, bigger and soft.
Okay. Looks almost like a coloured onion.
And seaweeds.
Mm.
Red one is seaweeds, and green one is.
So after the delicious miso soup and the rice bowl lunch they provided, which I wasn't expecting at all, it was time to head off to our next stop, which was a farmer's market along the side of the road. Oh yeah, those ones are nice.
That 200 yen. It means just $1. About
Yeah.
$1. Very expensive. And also nice grape. See.
Oh, look at those little ones.
And
It's
you can
big.
taste it. You can taste it. There's some.
Oh, these thank you.
This is neat. This is neat. I think here.
They don't have English.
Mm,
Thank you.
this is very tasty.
Very tasty.
Mm.
Okay, let me do another one. It's here. Next. Different. I think a different taste.
Okay, thank you. Although the produce looked really fresh and excellent quality, it was quite pricey, I have to say. Next we headed to Sawara, which is on the Tone River, and the interesting thing about the Tone River was that I think they said it was in the 17th century, I don't know, about 150 years ago, they actually changed the whole course of the river. It used to flow to Tokyo. Now it doesn't. And first stop in the town of Sawara was the Float Museum. And these floats are absolutely amazing. And they were made 150 years ago in the Edo period. The detail is absolutely amazing. After the Float Museum, we walked to the riverside to look at this street of old houses that all date back 150 years. So it also gives us an idea of how people lived in those times. They have this bridge that has water pouring down the sides of it. It's quite beautiful. We stopped by some persimmon trees and visited an old sake, I don't know, what do you say, brewery, distillery, and that was then made into a house. I'm not sure if it was the house first or the distillery first, but the guy that lived there, he created the first maps of Japan. And when you look at those old maps and the maps today, considering he made those all by hand, walking around with measuring things himself, it's absolutely amazing what he was able to create. So they dropped us back at the airport. Time for some Starbucks and some window shopping. Found a Pokemon shop, which I'm sure my youngest daughter will be excited about. And then it was time to head back to the hotel and decide what to have for dinner. So I decided, seeing that I've been in Japan all this time, I may as well have a little bit of sushi. I nearly said sake, so I've got it on my brain, obviously. But in the end, I didn't drink sake. I decided to have a Mai Tai because I haven't had one of those since I was in Thailand many years ago. Next morning, it was time to go back to the airport, catch a train to my next destination.